Can you hear the fireworks exploding in the air? Can you see the colorful light reflected over the castle? Those fireworks, they are little stars for the kids. They're gems for the night. Walt Disney once said.
The Walt Disney Company, often simply called Disney, was founded in 1923 by brothers Walt and Roy Disney. Disney expanded its magic beyond cartoons into television, live-action films, and theme parks. Let me tell you a story about these fireworks. In 1955, the year Disneyland California opened, Walt insisted on including a fireworks display, but the team at that time was concerned that it could be too costly and safety could be difficult to guarantee. However, he said, if even the stars can shine in night sky, surely we can make our dreams bloom at night. So, Fantastic in Sky became the first fireworks shows in Disney's history and has been performed since 1958. Disney, apart from its parks, also has deep-rooted film characters. Everyone's childhood has been illuminated by Disney films in one way or another.
Examples include the intelligent Nick the Fox, the brave Judy the Bunny, and Elsa who sounds Let It Go, and so on and so forth. But where do we see these stories today? Not in the cinema, and not necessarily on TV, but on an icon on your phone, tablet or TV box, Netflix.
Netflix is an entertainment technology company that has revolutionized the way audiences around the world watch movies. It was founded in 1997 by Reed Hastings and Mark Renouf in California, USA, initially as a rental service that sent DVDs through the mail. Now, let's go back to the year 2000 for the story of Netflix. At that time, Netflix was going through a financial crisis, and Reed and Mark decided to sell the company to Blockbuster, a giant in the industry at that time. But during the negotiation process, the CEO of Blockbuster just listened to them for less than 10 minutes and loved their company's failure. They felt extremely humiliated but didn't give up. Instead, they made up their mind. We can't rely on others to save our lives. We have to create a future that no one else can ignore. From that day on, Netflix turned to development of a streaming service, and finally, in 2013, they released their first original series, House of Cards. Blockbuster, on the other hand, who had mocked them, filed for bankruptcy protection in 2010. Disney and Netflix both hold a significant place in the global entertainment industry. Disney is known for creating memorable characters, while Netflix is known for consistently delivering compelling original series and films. In fact, there is a common core behind these characters and productions, and that is the intangible assets of original content and intellectual property. Next, we'll look at how Disney and Netflix, respectively, have achieved breakthrough success through these intangible assets. Disney's IP strategy is original and acquisition in parallel, with the ability to operate IP for a long period of time, and continue to turn characters into a sustainable source of income.
Disney's original characters, such as Mickey, Donald Duck, built its earlier brand foundation. However, its precise acquisition of external IPs has also contributed to Disney's success. In 2009, Disney acquired Marvel for $4 billion, gaining access to more than 5,000 superhero characters.
Netflix, on the other hand, creates global hits with rapid originals and data-driven production. Netflix's signature success is original series, The Squid Game.
The Korean series attracted 142 million home subscribers within 28 days of launch and generated close to $900 million in impact value for Netflix. Netflix has absolute control over self-generated IPs, which can be quickly expanded across borders. However, the success of the Squid Game is unsustainable, with the second season of the Squid Game still missing, and the subsequent original series struggling to replicate the same impact. But in addition to this, Netflix acquired the rights to the novels to make The Witcher, which helped Netflix expand to a different audience.
From the perspective of intangible assets, Disney's content assets are richer and more durable, while Netflix relies more on rapid content delivery and lacks own classic IP that can be continuously developed. Compared with Disney's huge original IP library, Netflix's original IP accumulation is still limited. In addition, from the perspective of finance, according to the 2024 balance sheet of both companies, Disney's original content and IP are included in its intangible assets, which exceed $10,000 million, while Netflix, despite continuing to invest in original content, has not yet developed a sustainable brand for its IP and therefore does not have an intangible assets on its book, but rather in its other non-current assets, which total more than $600 million. Obviously, Disney's original content and IP are worth more in comparison. Disney expanded its IP empire with acquisitions, but if we look back, its true emotional roots are still those original characters.
Like Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck, and Lion King and Elsa, these characters have been honored over time and have grown up with generations. There are some risks associated with acquired IPs, which can be highly dependent on the continuity of the IP, such as the poor box office performance of Captain Marvel 2. Netflix has the advantage of originality, but the problem is that most of them have short life cycles, are not consistently updated, and are seldom developed into long-lasting brands, such as cinematic universes, games, or theme parks.
So, for both companies, the real challenge is not who buys more or does it faster, but who can cultivate their original content into a transgenerational IP that really settles down and becomes a brand symbol that people remember, want to collect, and can pass on.
So, the question is, will the next Mickey Mouse be bought, or will it be an original?